What is going on, everybody? Let me get this all set up here. Just getting ready to pack up some fishing gear. I gotta rig up a rod. Hopefully stream later out on the water. And even more, hopefully, catch something while you guys are hanging out. So I've been doing these Terra-Shark Hangouts live while we are just kind of doing, you know, regular relaxed behind the scenes stuff so we can talk to you guys. Hot water heater. All right. Well, we'll get our stuff out. Yeah, I should just go off. Oh, we got one. All right, we're just setting up some fishing gear. Get things set up, and then once we get to the water, hopefully stream a little later while we are trying to catch some stuff. Oh, how big of a hook should we go with today? Get a swivel out. Be setting up to run big wedge sinker, because I'll be doing some intercoastal fishing. Hey Sarah. So we want some big wedge sinker. We're going to need a slide for the sinker. We got our swivel. We need a hook. I feel like we need a super huge hook today. Oh, look who's awake.
Definitely forgot it was Saturday.
Nice. What? Oh. Making breakfast?
Yep.
We're live if you want to tell your friends that they can critique my fishing time. What do you think? Right or left? I'm gonna probably put a big bait on, so I might even go just a size up from that. We'll go up a little bit bigger. And then I'm either gonna go right. How about these two? Should we go octopus or should we go a little bit wider open? What do you think, Greg? kind of leaning towards the big one. Since it's intercoastal, I'm generally plagued by saltwater catfish grabbing baits, but so this might be easier to get them off of. Hook on the floor, it's a good place for it. Left. Alright. You're in Indiana, so all you do is bass fish? Yeah, I kind of miss that. I used to fish in Wisconsin, and there's times of the year with like the crappie and stuff, you could just dip a shiny hook in, pull a bunch of fish out. Saltwater, big payoff, but a lot more work. You can see last time I was out, just trolling a big one, diving lure, trying to catch some stuff. We were in the Gulf Stream off of Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie? Yeah, St. Lucie Inlet. We were out trolling these, trolling some like tuna feathers and stuff. But we will get this off, cut the leader off, and we will set up new for today. Hey Fatima. When I sing, I'll do that. What do you want me to sing? Got our big lure box out. You don't know what you want me to sing? Why is it then when somebody asks you to sing, all you can think of is Christmas songs? Big lure put away. You don't want to really leave those out stray, because they could just get mixed up in everything. old leader. Try not to reuse those, so just wrapping it up. That'll get thrown away. Tie it off good so this doesn't end up in a big mess where stuff's getting caught in it. You sub, thanks Fatima. If you throw some money up, and then I'll think of a song and I'll sing it for you. I'm just gonna thread this through, and then looks like I can definitely use chopping some of this line off. A little part of me thinks you're just teasing me with money so I make a fool of myself. Not that I'm against making a fool of myself. If you've watched any of the 1800 something videos on my channel, you'll realize it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Cut off some of this damaged line. Wrap that up to throw it away. That set up, throw that away. Now, I'm going to use the same line off the reel for the leader, so I'm going to pull a bunch through, cut off, I don't know, about 5-6 feet, and then I'll use that as my leader. I'll tie in my slide sinker, my swivel, and then we'll get a hook on it. So let's get about 6 feet out here. I'm about 6'3". So what if I said it was 6'5"? Does everybody get to be taller in the live stream? Asking for a friend. So on one end of this, tie in the swivel. Now I grew up in the northern Midwest, so I always tie the same knot. It just works like a charm. I think they just call it a fisherman's knot, or an improved cinch or something like that. See that? nice and tight. And we'll cut off the little tag. It's not that bad. Next, we'll put our hook on. I'm gonna make it about 5.5 feet, I think, after tying it. It's almost harder to loop this up when you leave the long end. Through the original hole, then through that. And slide that down, keeping everything tight. Nice and tight. Flip off our tag end. Alright, so now on the fishing pole side, we got to put our slide sinker, and then we got to tie it to our swivel. Put that hook in the back of the chair so I sit on it. Take a drink of my bubbly. Alright. I can't tell you how many times I do all this and then I forget the slide sinker. Sinker slide, I forget the slide. So on that you can hook your bell sinkers or whatever kind of sinker you want, and then you run that through your line, and that way when you cast it can slide, and then when the fish takes line it can move freely through the slide. Gives you a little bit more time to feel it out, let it take the hook before you set the hook on it. Lets things float around more naturally on the bottom of the water too. Slide that on. There's a giant lubber right there. Do you guys know what a lubber is? He's missing a leg. So we're tying this up through the hole, back through, give it a cinch. The lubber's coming to me, it looks like. Make sure everything's good and tight, snip the tag end up. Alright, I'm going to catch it and I'll show you. Do you guys have lubbers? They're actually kind of awful. They eat a lot of plants. So normally when we catch these, we squish them because they just go through and they'll just like rip through a bunch of your landscaping and stuff like that. They get massive. Think this would be good fishing bait? It's bright. Should like put a hook in one and cast it in acrylic. Make it a fishing bait. It's actually kind of a fun idea. But we're not here for lubbers. We're here to finish tying up this. I think we did finish tying it up, but we'll get that set up. So I can get the rod in the car. I gotta get some other stuff set up. Repack up the tackle box so we have everything there. And I gotta pack a cooler so we can go fishing later. Lubber. So my plan is to go out. Just gotta hook this back here. Get that all cinched up. My plan is to go out with this rod, have a big piece of squid or something soaking out, some cut bait soaking out in the water, and then also have another rod set up. Got our slide sinker set up on here. So the sinker slides and then it stops at the swivel, and that always leaves about 5 feet of line to be floating with that bait, so it's going to just kind of sit naturally on the bottom, and then we'll catch some stuff, hopefully other than saltwater catfish. But I'm going to put this in the car. I'll show you my other setup. Just give me 1 second. So my other one's going to be just this ducket rod. I've got a Johnson's silver minnow. It's actually gold, but I think the style is just called the silver minnow. I'm going to have that. So if I see any fish, I can cast that, and that spoon really waves around in the water to catch any predator's attention. So hopefully they'll come and nail that. So we'll have the cut bait soaking. We have this. I think that'll be a pretty good setup. I got the tackle box rigged up so I can change things up if I need, or something that cuts me off, I can retie, re-rig. That. Slide our pliers in. You always gotta have pliers. Got that, get that in the car. I think that's the majority of it. We got the fishing gear set up. I am going to go in and pack a cooler. You guys should hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, because we're actually going to be fishing later. So if you haven't watched our channel before, we do a lot of stuff. We restored this boat last year. We've just been using the heck out of it. So this is a 1978 47-year-old boat. Looks pretty good. I built the whole outboard bracket for it, powder coated it, custom engraved foam on the top of it for tread, put that Evinrude on the back. This thing used to have a 1981 motor, now it's got a 2011. We are out on the boat a lot. Back there, I'll take you for a walk. Got my truck build. That is our big project right now. So this is my 2002 Tundra. Got a McNeil fiberglass pre-runner kit on it, so it is like, I believe, 6 inches wider per side, front and rear, and then it changed the body lines on the fenders and the bed sides to look like a 2020 front end. Same thing with the headlights, grill, hood. It's all one piece, tips forward. I built all that bracket in a video. Built that front bumper in a video. Currently I'm building suspension for this truck. We painted watch that. So if you guys like this stuff, if you want to see me fishing later, hit subscribe.